detecting toggle the day, the 28th day of July, 7:30 a.m. Central Daylight Savings Time. The mighty Manticore again, you Manticore users, you know. This will be a good video for you, okay? Regardless of the experience you have with this machine. There's finds out there, okay? Being masked with modern trash. Some modes, you know, perform a little different depending. Now there's people out there use this machine and they run a prospecting mode or a depth audio running disc. You can do that, okay? But a situation like that right there might slip by you. That's the same piece of fall I showed yesterday in the silver dime. Now I've got a 22 little hole I've been out here looking at as well. So, some people like one region, all tunes. You know, the old Equinox had something like that, you know. And using that with no notch, and that's what I'm going to show you here first. One region, all tone, speed 4 for everything in this video. This is the M9 call. Hunting by ear, to me, is very important. Even though that 2D screen on this detector can give information. Well, I wonder if you could get the audio to line up more with the screen, but the ID won't, per se. Well, that's what I'm going to show you this morning, okay? Now, we're in one region, all tones. Horseshoe button is in, so there is no discrimination. I'm going to sweep over that silver mercury diamond, that foil there from 7 inches above. I want you to listen. Now, the screen is going to paint the same trace no matter what tones I use here, okay? So you get to hear that. In the wild, you heard that. That's not very telling, is it? Okay. Now I'm going to mash the horseshoe button. Look what I've done. Look at the disc I've put in the middle. So from 52 and above is open. Okay. Let me toggle over here. Okay, so I've got disc in the machine that start at 32. Now this is just an example. You run your machine any way you want. 32 to 51. That's what you're looking at right there. Okay, so we're still in one region, all tones. What does this machine sound like now? You hear that? That might get your attention, huh? Now, remember the ID is not silver dime ID. See that? But you've got something you heard there to stop you, haven't you? Now remember, you're running that disc in that screen right there. So any target solo that would report like that, if you're looking for high conductive coins, silver rings, you're not going to hear. Yeah, you would hear a low tone. Let me move this zinc and penny out of the way here. Here's the little 22 rifle hole. All right. So you're going to hear that, but that's not going to get your attention. That's a monotone low, but over here, listen. You hear that. Okay. Now, let's go up here, change the tones, 2 tones. Okay. And I'm going to take the disc out of the machine. I want you to watch what happens here. It's gone. 2 tones, no discrimination, okay? Hear that? So you can hear a low and high tone there with 2 tones with no discrimination. I'll even mash the horseshoe button. See, the ID again is in error because, you know, because it's not showing dime ID, okay? So you hear that in 2 tones. Okay, now I'm going to mash the horseshoe button, turn it back on. Let's put that same disc that we run in the all tones mode. Okay, now we're back in two tones again. What do we hear here now? Hear that? So you get to hear a low and a high tone. Pretty good. You know, the external speaker on this machine is pretty reflective of the headphones, unlike the DS2. Okay. So we're going back to one region, all tones. Okay. No discrimination. That's not very telling, is it? In the wild, that's not very telling at all. You would have to look at your screen more so on that signal. Okay, but with that disc in there, like I showed, listen. That would get your attention, wouldn't it? Once you get experience and understand, like, uh-oh, wait a minute, what's that? And you know how you've got your disc set up. Okay. Now you still get the trace in there, just some of it, you know, comes through that shaded area. You're seeing trace in both open areas on that machine. Okay. So you can clearly see you have to take part of the tone out of the machine by putting in some disc to make it sound better. Listen to that. Hear that? Pretty good sweep right there. Okay, horseshoe going in, listen. So which one would stop you? I know which one would stop me, okay? Having that right there, that disc in there, okay? Now, you're gonna have to make your mind up on that upper side where you wanna cut off. You know, you wanna cut off your disc, okay? In this case here, it's cut off at 51. Is that a smart move? 51, it might be running all-terrain general. That's what we're in, by the way, okay? That's what we're in. So how many junk targets out there are going to read 55, 54, 53 exactly? Yeah, there'll be some, but remember, the object is to get you to stop, hear and stop. You look down there and you see that stretched out trace. Now, if we turn over here, notice what happens. See, now I'm pushing the call out, and we still never get dime ID. But it's went monotone on us like. Notice that, okay? So that would sort of tell us, uh-oh, we've got some masking going on there. Because we're getting that little two-way, you know. See, when I get up here, what's happening, it's trying to come in through the disc. That's why you're not hearing it. Okay, but over here, listen to that. And of course, any solo dime, you know, you would hear more or less, you know, out here in this open area. Yeah, and any solo low conductive trash, you would hear, but you get to hear the tone pitch. Okay, now I've got this machine, you can't adjust the pitch in the one region all tones, you know, you can't really bend the curve on it, I don't guess, but you can adjust it in two tones, okay? You see how it's set up currently. So here's the two tones again with the disc. That's pretty telling right there, and you got a little peek at that trace. That's going to conclude the video. I hope you have a nice day.